to all of the stakeholders over the many years who have committed themselves to this process. It's certainly been long and drawn out, and we have very different perspectives we're trying to meld together. And appreciate all that we've heard from the public as well that give us information and have contributed to this plan. And I wanted to say to the folks who we see a lot of concern on both sides about this wolf plan, for all of you who, like me, have looked forward to having wolves living free in Oregon's forests and rangelands, it's time to celebrate. We have wolves in Oregon. They're a viable population, they're growing, and I'm discouraged to see so much negativity related to this plan development, because Oregon has come a long ways and Oregonians are committed to having a viable population of wolves in the state. And we need to be happy about that. The details of the plan, I don't think, are going to affect things very extremely one way or the other. And so it's a time to celebrate and be happy that our plan has been successful in the past. And this is a continuation of that success with this update. I just wanted to say a little bit about myself. I'm a wildlife biologist, and before I was on the Fish and Wildlife Commission, I studied wolves. I spent many years capturing and radio collaring wolves, watching pups at the den, and following wolves through the Idaho backcountry. They're a fascinating creature and certainly an animal that I care a lot about. Following that work in Idaho, my husband and I returned to Oregon and we settled in Wallowa County. This was just as the wolves swam the Snake River and moved in and established territories in Wallowa County. Since then, it hasn't been easy for the livestock producers in my community. They've had to learn and adjust to risks of wolves harassing and killing their animals. These livestock owners do everything they can to protect their animals from being killed by wolves. They spend extra hours tending their animals, checking on them. They're using non-lethal methods, trying all kinds of things that they may have thought were pretty bizarre ideas, but really searching for solutions to minimize the effect on their livestock. But we're here today to approve a new version of the plan. And I want to say I'm just amazed the stakeholders who originally came up with the 2005 plan were so foresightful that their predictions were often reality. They didn't know what wolves would do, but that plan served as a really good foundation for us. We're still using those 3 phases to monitor and manage wolves. We're using the 2 geographic zones to be able to separate eastern and western Oregon. And we're also still considering that as part of our tools for managing wolves, when numbers are higher, that controlled take continues to be a feature that we do need to address. It's always been in the plan, and it needs to stay in there. It's part of what has made this plan strong, has given both the conservation piece our plan has, as well as the ability to limit adverse effects of wolves. So I just wanted to say I think that the plan in the past has been shown to be really successful. We've had 15 years of wolf population growth. We have a strong wolf population. It continues to rise, and I hope that everyone here can find some support for this plan. It has been stakeholder driven, and the compromises have been difficult on both sides, but I think that it's a good, fair plan that helps us to move forward. And I hope that everyone can celebrate having wolves in Oregon. Even those of you who don't really want to have wolves in Oregon, This plan hopefully can keep us on track and make sure that no one is extremely adversely affected by having wolves here.
Okay, thank you all